was quick. Let's see how this turned out. Where am I in my stream? My stream. I just put my toes. I feel good. I just.
Closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford. Bite that tattoo on your shoulder, pull the sheets right off the corner.
Okay, today I'm going to be putting magic sand in my vacuum chamber. So magic sand is sand that has been coated with a hydrophobic is because all of the sand is hydrophobic, it wants to avoid water, but it will attract air. And so you can see that there's kind of a shimmer to this, especially if I tilt it a little bit. Kind of a shimmer that you can see. And that is due to there being essentially a bubble of air around all of the sand. So you can kind of see how shimmery that is on top. That's air. So because it has a perfectly fitting bubble around it, the surface tension of the water keeps the sand clumped together. So the question is, what will happen if I put the magic sand in the vacuum chamber? It's an awesome effect. This is a really cool video. Okay, let's go ahead and pour some magic sand in. Okay, here's where you get to guess what will happen. So what do you think will happen when I put the magic sand under vacuum? And then what do you think will happen when I release the pressure? Okay, let's watch together what happens. 3, 2, 1. So immediately you start seeing the bubbles coming off the magic sand. So that's the air I was talking about that was trapped around the sand. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. You can see that it is still slowly bubbling. I don't know how much longer I'll have to wait until that completely stops, but okay, today I'm going to be making instant clear slime in the vacuum chamber. So solution, and the borax is mostly contained in boric acid in here. And so what you need to do is add a base to it, like baking soda. You could also use okay, the slime has fully reacted now, getting really thick. You can see that it's not clear at all. That's because of all the little tiny air bubbles in it. So normally you'd have to let this sit for around 2 days, but I have a better solution to that. Putting it in the vacuum chamber and sucking out all the air bubbles. So now let's go ahead and put it in my vacuum chamber and try to remove all these air bubbles instead of letting it sit for a lot of days. Making instant clear slime in a vacuum chamber. 3, 2, 1. And it lets go of that air that was inside of it. Here's with epoxy resin. Check it out what it looks like when we let the air back in. Let's let the air back in. 3, 2, 1. It looks like it was still bubbly, but once we let this air back in, it's going to become very clear. Okay, you can see it has now become crystal clear. Look at that. Look how clear it is. Perfectly clear. Awesome. So even though it looked like there were air bubbles left in it, they were actually very low air pressure. And so now once we let the was left in it. They were actually very low air pressure, and so now once we let the air back in, it's crystal clear.